Oh, hey everybody, all you beautiful beings. Yeah, I'm a bit of a hot mess right now. Um, yeah, I wanted to have some content on my channel because it's been kind of barren lately. Hi, some random geek. Hi, Deadman Animations. Um, it's been stressful lately. So I don't really have a format for this. I'm just gonna kind of be talking about a bunch of random things. Ooh, sorry, give me a minute. Sorry, just one sec. Yes, that hair was not working for me. So, how's it going, everybody? It is almost the end of the semester, and I have to be honest with you guys, with you folks. I've been really kind of in a bad place lately. It's just been like stress about money, stress about my grades, stress about. I've started having panic attacks. I may go into this at a certain point, but yeah, I've been having panic attacks and really disturbing dreams lately. It's making it harder to focus in class, harder to get to class regularly. But I just started seeing a new therapist, and she seems really helpful, and she seems really empathetic. As I'm going to keep seeing her. I have to. Shit. I have to work out something with my insurance company. Well, I get Medicaid, but like the provider hasn't closed my authorization with previous um my previous therapist. So to that end, I am going to try to do that. I'm gonna try to call him tomorrow. Just kind of be like, yo, I'm seeing a new therapist now. For God's sake. Wish these stupid notifications would stop. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking as I do this. Yeah, found out I'm actually at the risk of possibly not doing so hot in certain class, but I'm gonna catch up with that. I'm really working on it now. I'm gonna try and do better. And yeah, I've been getting help with disability support services. Well, no, it's called Accessibility and Disability Services now. It was called Disability Support Services the last time I was here. But yeah, so getting help from them. I get extra time on tests because sometimes I get frazzled and like some anxiety and stuff like that in the middle. And yeah, that's not great when you're in college. But like, it's good that I'm able to get the help I need. I've been wicked stressing about what I'm going to do come summer when it's time to go back, find somewhere to live. Hint, hint, please give me money because I need it because I've been having a lot of like thoughts lately. Hey, Deadman Animations. Having a lot of thoughts lately. Thanks, Deadman Animations. I am well. I've had all these projects I've had to do, and it's hard to keep up with them all. It's just, yeah, I saw that, Deadman Animations. I appreciate it. Yeah, I talked a little bit about my projects in my previous video. I talked about like the project I'm doing for my society, biology, and health class. Oh my god, that class is really cool. I'm actually learning some things about psychology and like how um how the brain responds to certain events. Like that's actually been helpful in my recovery, but also like I've had to kind of think outside the box more broadly with this project since I'm doing it about where everyone in the class is picking an act of violence and just talking about like how the media reported on it. So at the moment, so like I'm doing, as I said in my previous live stream, I'm doing Chris Watts. But like for a lot of the things with this project, I've had to kind of look a little deeper. So I don't just look for Chris Watts murder, Chris Watts family, and all that. I look up stuff from his parents, stuff from Shanann's parents, and I look up more general things like just the psychology of someone who kills their spouse, or the psychology of someone who kills their children, or the psychology of people who just don't want their family anymore. So I figured that would be kind of just like, because as I said in my previous live stream, that even like I've said elsewhere, like because I'm really into true crime and I comment about this some places, I just like if he wanted to be with his mistress and just didn't want his family anymore, he could have done anything else. He didn't have to kill them. He could have just walked out on them, and that would have still been shitty. But like they'd still be alive. So I have to wonder like why didn't you just do that? But like, yeah. Then for another class, I'm doing a project about the food justice movement. Yeah, it's this is for my social movements class. It's just I mean I know a lot about the food justice movement. It's just hard to kind of compress everything down. It just was a singular project. It is so hot in this room even with the fan on. I guess it doesn't help that I'm wearing a beanie, but my hair is. I'm having a bad hair day, you guys. Staying hydrated, that's always important. Yeah, I've been thinking also about YouTube, like what kind of videos I like to make on my downtime. But of course, the priority is like finding a place to live. Finding more scholarship money for my classes. So someone I spoke to recommended I talk to the residential life director for my apartment complex. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm actually found out when I was pet sitting for my aunt that I'm no longer allergic to cats. So maybe I'll get a more emotional support cat because like those are just better maintenance pets for a busy college student, and like they can still give you comfort and emotional support. And yeah, for the record, I would feed my pet cat meat. Yeah, it's just because cats need to eat meat, and like I don't feel good about it, but like unless I could find a way to feed a cat in a way that was healthy for them, that wasn't going to kill them, that was accessible and affordable for me, that was vegan, I would have to feed them meat. Although that could be a good case, I realize it could be a good case for lab grown meat, which I do support. It's like if it causes less environmental destruction and causes fewer animals to die, I'm for it. People like Abala, Ciel, or Isla Mazard have issues with that. He even has issues with service animals, and you know what? He can feel free to kiss my ass because, yeah, he doesn't believe in the benefits of antidepressants either. And I'm just like, you guys see this on my arm? See this? It's Sharpie. If I weren't taking antidepressants, there'd be cuts there. Cuts and not beautiful markers. So I've thought of making video responses to Abalaciel, but what would be the point? All of his videos are just like that one clip from SpongeBob where he was like sandboarding and imitating Squidward and said, "Everybody's an idiot except for me." I've actually said that places. I'm just like, yes, that's about LSCL. It's like, that's it. He like makes videos calling other vegans and other people on the internet stupid all the time, and I'm just like, why? I'm just I just kind of take a step back and I'm just like, why? Why do you want to be everyone's enemy? Why is that appealing? It's like, I don't know how old he is. I don't think he's much older than I am, but it's just like, why? Why do you want that in your why do you want who hurt you? Who hurt you that you want all this drama in your life and you just want to be negative and nasty to people who didn't do anything to you? It's just like, I don't know. I can't stand petty people. Oh, Dead Man Animation asks, by the way, what do you think of Vegan Gains? Not much. I don't think much of him. Yeah, he is. Oh god, there is so much with his channel. It's like, he was one of the vegans I featured as like really toxic vegans who gets defended with a lot of gaslighting and excuses from his friends and fans. I don't even know if Happy Healthy Vegan are still friends with if Angie and Ryan from Happy Healthy Vegan are still friends with Richard Vegan Gains. I don't know if they're still friends, but like I do have those clips of like them defending him by saying he gets a lot of views and yeah, not every vegan is a chill hippie guy, and I'm just like, no, you two stop, because it's unbelievable that that those two have bitched and moaned about someone like Unnatural Vegan for not even for anything actually bad or shitty she's done, um talk about anti-racist activism like it's trivial, or like saying she's an ableist like that's something to be proud of, like so they don't have anything to say when she does something like that, but like she like, oh no, she's pro GMO and she uses Splenda and she's a monster, burn the witch. It's like, ugh, it's really just mind blowing. I really wish I could find a way to turn these stupid notifications off. It's annoying. It is annoying. Hold on a sec. And it's just kind of like, ugh. I mean, that like seeing that attitude just so prominent in the vegan community is like why I never really considered myself part of it. I felt really unwelcome, just like, okay, so these people, these prominent vegans act up and people call them on it, and then these other popular vegans talk to us and treat us like the bad guys for wanting our movement to not be represented by this. It was frustrating. It's like, yeah, I was frustrated about that years and years ago. But then last year, you can watch my gaslighting in the vegan YouTube community video on my channel. But like last year when this controversy in the Brony analysis community on YouTube came out, that one of them, Tune Critic Y2K's Tune Critic Y2K, aka Zachary K's, that he had been like he had been grooming a teenager for cyber sex, and then it came out that like he's been doing this for years, and like he manipulated all sorts of young women and young femme passing people. Yes, Dead Man Animations, the video by Lily Orchard. Like he'd been grooming people for cyber sex and like abusing them and then tossing them aside, and it's just like, and like I watched that, I was horrified. I was just like, what the fuck? How was this going on for so long? Yeah, Dead Man, I love her work too. I loved seeing her eviscerate that fucker. I'm just like, oh god, this I love My Little Pony, but that whole fiasco and like a lot of the aftermath from like Kay's former friends and associates. It made me glad that I was never part of the brony community because, like, except for a handful of people, a lot of them just disgust me. Just like, and I shared that video back in February on my community tab by Dr. Wolf, who's also a prominent member of the community, say like feeding the tired Dr. Phil bullshit about like how you need to forgive people in order to heal. I was just like, fuck you. That's just no. That's what is with fake doctors giving advising abuse victims to forgive their abusers. It's like if someone hurts you in a certain way, you're not you don't owe them forgiveness. They need to earn your forgiveness, and you don't have to give it to them, even if they say they're sorry and feel really bad about it. It's like, and the thing is, this was a point Lily made in her video, but like a lot of like people forgiving this guy and like giving him the benefit of the doubt over and over again was what made it come to that. And I'm just like, ugh, I mean, and how many times have we seen that, like in Hollywood, and like it's just like this is a culture that loves victim blaming, that loves like excusing victimizers. It's like, and vulnerable people get tossed aside because, oh, he made these great brony videos, or he made all these great films, or he made all this great music. I'm just like, what about the victims? It's just like, what? Why? I need more hydration. Ugh. It's just like I don't understand what so many people didn't understand about how like you saying we should forgive him is exactly how this kept going. It's like I remember, and like I think that's the case with a lot of like abusers in Hollywood and who are famous. Like I remember in the 90s and the early 2000s, people saw Woody Allen's marriage to Soon-Yi, this girl who was adopted by his ex-girlfriend, who he essentially helped raise. Um, okay, I was a kid in the 90s, I was a teenager in the early 2000s, but even then I was just like, that's really creepy. But like a lot of like parodies and stuff, like on Mad TV and on Saturday Night Live and just in the media in general, kind of just treated it like it was just some cute artistic quirk. I'm just like, and I don't know. When I was younger, I didn't really think much of it, but then now I'm just like, what the fuck? Just what the fuck? I'm sorry. Grooming, grooming a child, which whatever you think, he probably did groom her. Like grooming a child for years that you knew since she was a little girl, and then marrying her. That shit is not cute. Oh, hi, Kevin. Is this the War Corpse appreciation stream? We don't we don't appreciate War Corpse here. We just laugh at him. That's all I did in that live stream. I laughed at his stupidity. But I'm just like, and even like things like people like R. Kelly and people like Michael Jackson, like people treated that like jokes. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? It's not this shit is not cute. It's not funny. These people need to be brutally beaten to death inside a prison cell. Oh, and that's not even mentioning Bill Maher and his oh god, that Mary Kay Letourneau thing um from his old show Politically Correct, where he basically just like treated it like it was a romantic love story. I'm just like, so you're defending a pedophile who essentially groomed and molested her former student. Like, what is? I know I've been saying this. Like, what is wrong with you? Just like, what is really? I cannot understand what is wrong with this um but I wanted to talk to you guys about some video projects I've been thinking of planning. I know it's super, off topic. No, Kevin, don't even joke about that. We do not. We've already got one man baby as president. We don't need more. Ugh. But anyway, so I'm thinking about other videos I want to make. I thought of making a video response that was a two-part response to, which was a combination of response to two videos by the lovely and talented Magog of Morskar. I know, I said I wouldn't do it again, and I haven't done it yet. I've just been thinking about it, because, oh god. I said in my last live stream what he said when I was, needling him and his co-host in their, side quest stream, which as I've said, could actually be a good and clever thing, but, they use it to act like dicks. I'm just like, well, why are you doing this? Why are you using the high fantasy drama to be the high fantasy genre and these clever costumes to be dicks? What? Why? Why is that appealing? But anyway, I was gonna. But anyway, because of what he said, that I was sexually attracted to him and just being, what do they say in the anime fandom? Just being tsundere about it. Basically that. God. Okay. Open message, Donald Neckbeards. Let me tell you something about women. Because you may never actually learn this. Women don't do that. Women do not pretend not to women do not pretend to hate men they actually are attracted to. I assume men don't do this either to men they're attracted to, but when I'm attracted to someone, I will let them know. I kind of thought to myself, would I be attracted to him if he weren't a dick? Probably not. Not my type. However, I was considering doing a response to, he's done at least 2 videos about, mocking people of non-binary gender identities. I'm just like, okay, now it's personal. And there was gonna be, a brief part in the beginning of this video where I just, yes, Dead Man Animations, I agree with that. I agree with both Worst Goth Ever and Tsundere is the really gross anime show with really sinister undertones. Yeah, it's always rubbed me the wrong way. It's just it seemed like just trying to make emotional abuse a cute character quirk, but that shit is not cute. But anyway, I was going to say near the beginning of the video, let's get this out of the way. Gender is a spectrum, biological sex is not even binary, and non-binary gender identities have existed as long as time and all over the world. Savvy? Let's move on. But just kind of pick apart all his commentary. The 2 videos I was going to respond to were, one, he did a response to 17 Magazine's YouTube channel has a video with a bunch of non-binary people talking about what it means to be non-binary. And then there was another video by a different platform that was just a bunch of folks guessing each other's gender identities. So it was going to be a response to those 2. Just huh. Oh god, he's so pathetic. I remember, okay, so, one of the things he said in, the video response to 17 was, I identify as your new Dark Overlord. My pronouns are Majesty, and something else. And he was all, kneel before Magog. And I was gonna be like, okay, Loki. And then I'd show a picture of my dog, Loki, and be like, no, not that Loki. This joke is confused. I'm still debating whether or not I actually want to make that video. Maybe I just should. I wonder if I just shouldn't talk about this guy anymore because, like, it makes him think I want him. I've never had that reaction from anyone before. Like, if I'm making a video insulting you, I clearly don't want you. I mean, I don't make videos insulting Idris Elba. I once said in a video that I fantasized about him and Gabrielle Union giving me a hot oil massage. Don't judge me. Don't judge me for that. But like, I was seriously thinking about this because like, I'm so tired of I'm a comedian though being used as an excuse to just be a dick and like just be a dick and spread bigotry. I'm just like, you're doing the exact same thing Hunter Avalon does, except like you're semi less vindictive about it, and I'm just like, how is that funny? Oh god. I just don't understand. Am I? A dead man, Magog is being a dick. That's kind of his thing. He uses I'm a comedian though as an excuse to be a dick, and I'm just like, no, that's not that. Stop. That's not an excuse. Like, I actually today watched his video response to the whole Gillette not controversy for the first time in its almost entirety. I mean, I couldn't get through it because I could feel my brain cells dying, just from like, oh my god, seriously. So at that, I had already been kind of thinking about it actually closer to when that commercial first came out. Doing like a video response to all the man babies freaking out about it, like, just like, okay, guys, just chill. It's not that deep. Ugh. And I put a poll on my community tab. Would you guys like to see a video about a video like that? And so far, votes are yes. Votes are yes, leaning toward yes and maybe. Also, yeah, it's just I actually did see a really good response to it today as well. But this gentleman was talking about his 12-year-old son, asking him about the ad, asking why people were so upset about it. I guess maybe he heard about it in school. And how he basically said about this guy basically figured that if you saw that ad and you're upset about it, then you're not one of the good men in it. You're one of the men it's criticizing. And that's actually spot on. I'm just like, all these really toxic, childish man babies freaked out about the ad. Like, this is what I basically compared it to. Like, Gillette was all, men, be excellent to each other and be a good role model for your children. And all the man babies are like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm not gonna stand here and cross my arms and hold my breath. That's basically it. They just, God, how did Sean describe it? Sean described it as like he once described Sargon of Akkad / Carl Benjamin's political ideology as basically being, you can't tell me what to do, Mom, as a political philosophy. That's pretty much it. It's just like, don't get me wrong, I'm not defending Gillette. Gillette does a lot of shitty things. They're really bad for the environment, and they still do animal testing. Oh, well, Procter & Gamble still does animal testing. So I'm not defending them. I'm just saying, like, my whole thought on that is, like, it's a good, important message from a very bad messenger. But it's just, like, you guys are just proving the ad's point right. What? Have you tried not being the baddies? It's just, I don't understand is, folks, I wonder sometimes, is self-reflection just a little too hard for people to learn? Just really. So I thought about that. I also thought about doing a video about Lily Orchard, who I still love and respect, and I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way. She made a video a few months ago about why she doesn't like the word queer, and why she doesn't like the idea of reclaiming it as a power word, because it has historically been used as like a gay bashing slur, similar to forgive me, similar to fag or dyke or anything like that, or degenerate, things like that. And I do definitely understand where she's coming from, and I would never say like you have to use the word queer or you're wrong and you're bad and you're whatever. But I actually looked into the history of like queer as a reclaimed slur and actually learned a bit about how it it actually became a reclaimed slur. Actually became a it actually became kind of a reclaimed slur during the AIDS crisis in the mid to late 80s and like early 90s. Like there was this one specific group in New York, Queer Action Brooklyn, I think. Like I don't know how much you folks know about the history of AIDS in America, but like it was like when it was first becoming an epidemic, it was blamed on the gay community because a lot of gay men were being affected by it. So yeah, slurs like fag and queer, they flew rampant, and like this one group, Queer Action Brooklyn, just chanted. You folks might be familiar with the chant. We're here, we're queer, get used to it. Like, and I really like that. I really like that kind of empowering history. So I was thinking I would make a video in defense of using the label queer. What as for why I use it, well, I do like the political power, but also bisexual, non-binary, panromantic woman is it's a bit of a mouthful. So yeah, I will. Excuse me. And I actually saw this really great response to really great defense of queer as a reclaimed slur. Like it's a reclaimed slur because fag studies don't exist. Queer studies do, and I kind of like that. Sorry, trimming some ends. Oh, excuse me. I definitely think it's an important conversation to have. Like, should we reclaim certain slurs or not? Like, I'm not comfortable with the N word as a reclaimed slur, but some people disagree with me, and they have pretty good arguments as to why. Um, Someone also pointed out once that gay actually started out as a slur, but things change. So, yeah. I don't think I'm going to mention Lily at all in that video because, like, she does get a lot of really negative shit hurled in her direction over, like, literally nothing. I don't think Sarah Z has helped that with, like, her bad media criticism video. I'm just like, I mean, I like Sarah Z's videos. Like, she does a lot of reviews of shows that I'm not familiar with, but like I like learning more about. But like that video just like I do hate that in that video she basically fabricated stuff about what Lily actually said in her Steven Universe video. I don't I don't have any attachment to Steven Universe. I never really watched it. I couldn't really get into it. But like I do understand where Lily was coming from, and I it made me kind of grateful that I didn't get into it. I mean, I don't agree with Lily on everything. She really doesn't seem to understand anarchism as a political philosophy because she seems to think it's completely individualistic. Um, and I still think Family Guy is trash. And I think it's a pretty bad idea to start going around calling people like Seth MacFarlane woke because they give money to LGBT organizations and they totally would have voted for Obama a third time if they could have. Like I think that's a I mean maybe I'm biased because I basically grew up around people like that and I know like that and I know how like myopic that kind of mindset can make people. I don't know. It's like maybe it's because I think a big part of why I don't like Family Guy is because how they treat Meg. Because it's really hard to find that kind of stuff funny when you grew up as like the awkward, insecure girl who thought she was ugly, which I think is real, which I think is really strange because the show has Frozen syndrome, so Meg and her mother are the exact same woman with different hair colors, and her mother gets called a sex goddess. I mean, at least Frozen didn't pretend one of the girls was a beast and the other was a beauty. Why are you making me defend Frozen, Family Guy? Why are you doing that? I hate you even more now. Um, ugh. Yeah, I don't agree with Lily on everything, but I do like her videos. I love my transbian mom. That's a weird thing to say because I'm pretty sure I'm older than she is. Meg is terrible though. None of the Griffins are role models. Well, yeah, I think that's true. However, however, it's actually it actually it should actually be said that growing up abused and mistreated by everyone doesn't typically make for very kind people. Ugh. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that excuse. Some random geek. It's like, and it's bullshit because like you know how you write it. You know how you write women. You write characters. You write a character who has traits, who has a role, who does things. It's like and you know what that mindset tells me is that these cishet men who write this show and write other shows like that, they don't see women as people. It's like, and I know they'd be like, "Oh, Phoenix, how can you say we don't see women as people?" I'd be like, if you see women as people, then why can't then why is it so especially hard for you to write them? I mean, just look at teenage girl characters from other shows and compare them. Ugh. Family Guy is a trash show that's smarter than South Park, but just like by a hair or so. I mean, it's just like South Park is fake moderate libertarian hard right libertarian trash. Family Guy is white is condescending white liberal trash. We need another Boondocks. That's what that's what we need. We need another Boondocks. I actually didn't even start. You didn't even see a full episode of that show until last semester when I was taking a class on the black middle class. I actually made one of my video projects from that class is on this channel. You can go watch it. It's from back in December, just before I put up my response to Mr. Enter. Um, But like this class was really interesting because it was very like we had to read a lot of books, so that there was that. But also it was very like social media and just media in general heavy. So like we would watch clips from like Key and Peele, and we'd watch like clips from different like black centered shows, including the Boondocks, and I'm just like, this is new, this is different, I like this. I mean, I don't know. I I wish there were more shows where like less than Hollywood gorgeous women were considered the punchline. It's just like, and it's stupid because because like I know there are episodes they've written that center around Meg that give her interests like writing, the cello, roller derby. That that was a good one. Even though they didn't show roller derby accurately, but that's just part for the course. But it's just like you that's how you write characters. You give them interests. It's like, geez Louise. You don't have to make every female character a Mary Sue who can do no wrong, whatever that means this week, but just, just write a character. Don't write a character whose whole personality revolves around everyone hating them. It's it's just lazy and stupid. And it's unpleasant to watch. Like like people are like, you have no sense of humor. It's just like, no, it's just I deal with assholes in real life all the time, and I'd rather not watch them as a form of entertainment. Unless the show is about repeatedly beating the crap out of them with a shovel, in which case, yes, that is good television. But since those shows don't exist, and don't watch mainstream shit. Well, well, dead man, you'd be happy to know that neither I nor my roommate have televisions. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted. I've had entirely. I've had like 3 bottles of diet soda, 20-ounce bottles, and like half a cup of coffee, caramel, fudge, non-dairy Ben& Jerry's ice cream. So the most caffeine, except I didn't have any coffee, which is unusual, and I'm still exhausted. I haven't checked out Craig of the Creek yet. Dead Man Animations. Maybe when I go back to visit my parents, whenever that is next. I said I told my mom I might visit them on my birthday weekend, but my birthday weekend there's gonna be a queer pool party at the rec center. So I want to go to that. I want to go to that and be with all my fellow kids. It's so funny. In one of my classes, I actually wrote this on Twitter today. Um, in like my class on society, biology, and health. Um, I'm in this class with all these Gen Z like 19 to 20-year olds, and like they have like really cynical views of humanity. So I'm just kind of sitting there like that Marge Simpson meme, being like, kids, could you lighten up a little? I'm just like, I thought young people were supposed to be idealistic. It's like, this is Gen X angst. It's like, we get it, life sucks. Try some Ovaltine. Hey, did you like April 1? S-Man Speaks, I don't know what that refers to. Oh yeah, oh, S-Man, you pretended to be a socialist. And that, as I said, is a paddlin'. Uh, as I am too exhausted to go to your location, I'm gonna have to find someone in your location who will do that for me. Oh, yikes. I'm gonna probably You know, I haven't played The Sims in a very long time. Maybe when I stop this stream, I should do that. I should. Dead Man Animations, you need to sleep. Dead Man, my first class tomorrow starts at 11, so I don't have to be out of here until like 10:30, so I can actually stay up a little later. Sleep in. Ugh, I really do need to write that Chris Watts paper, or at least get it started, because it's due by 1 minute before midnight on Wednesday. We don't have class that day, so that'll give me some extra time to work on it. Ugh. There's also a lot of environmental events happening this week. We do Earth Month at Maryland. Tomorrow night there's going to be a lecture about anti-racist food justice, and I thought that would be worth going to for my social movements project. So I'm definitely gonna check in with my professor, see if that would be something. Oh, and Thursday is Social Justice Day. That S-Man speaks. You're in Maryland. I thought you'd be in a place like Massachusetts or Vermont. But those places are filled with white people. I kid. Actually, I was born in Buffalo, New York. The birthplace of both of my parents, and most of our extended family used to live up there. We moved down to like the Maryland, D.C. area when I was 2. Because my dad got a job at the Washington Post. He's not there anymore, but that's where he started. And yeah, so we've lived here ever since. We lived in Maryland ever since. I went to grade school and high school in Montgomery County, which is like really posh. And then now I'm in College Park. I already have a BA from here, but I'm going for a PhD eventually in sociology. Yeah, we have a lot of great famous alums from here. There's Connie Chung. There's Aaron Magruder, actually the creator of the Boondocks, and of course Jim Henson. Oh, see you, Dead Man Animations. Yeah, S-Man. But I would hear about people taking trips to DC, like on TV shows when I was a kid. Like I remember in Saved by the Bell, there was a episode where there was a class election for class president, and whoever won would get a free trip to Washington D.C. I'm just like, what's so? When I see that as a kid, I'm just like, what's so special about that? We go there like at least twice a month. When you're a kid, you have no like concept of space and time. Was the class election decided by the Electoral College? No. Zach Morris rigged it because Zach Morris is trash. Oh, I found that series by Funny or Die, Zach Morris is trash, by complete accident. I have for a long time. I was looking for things totally randomly because I've thought for a long time, or I've recognized for a long time, that the character of Zach Morris is a horrible, horrible person. So I actually looked up Zach Morris as a terrible person, and I stumbled across the Funny or Die videos explaining why Zach Morris is trash. Ugh. You're 2 hours behind me, S-Man. And like, I recommend all of you watch those videos. Especially all of you who grew up in the 90s and watched Saved by the Bell. It's just like, there are things you don't even notice. It's like, I mean, I always thought, it's like, I always kind of thought that, I don't know. I, I guess I kind of thought, like, why are these people still friends with this guy? Like, he's an asshole. He does asshole things and then says "my bad" at the end, and everyone forgives him. He's like a '90s male version of Shiwan Head. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, these are homeopathic moon drops. 30 homeopathic lozenges for sleep. I don't know if they work or not, but I can feel them working. Oh, S-Man, you're in Utah? I assume you're in Utah because you said you're on Mountain Time, like 2 hours behind me, and, you're talking about Mormons now? Oh, yes. I've, so registration for fall classes has started. I actually signed up for an anthropology class that's like tangentially related to what my focus in sociology is going to be. It's called the Anthropology of Human Rights. I thought it would be really cool. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna end it there. I need more water anyway. Yeah. So thank you all for watching. I just wanted to have some more content on my channel because, like, I always feel bad when I don't have time to upload a lot of content. I may start live streaming semi-regularly, but we'll have to see. So, with all that said, as always, peace, love, and stay hydrated. Good night, everybody.